Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday! How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Oh my, this weekend, Mr. Stampin' Chick and I decided to try to tackle the garage. Holy cow! Do any of you have storage stuff in your garage? And do you have any idea what I mean when I say that it magically multiplies all on its own? Am I the only one that happens to? Holy cow! I'm telling you, we've gone through things, and we went through stuff when we moved into our new home here, which I say new, August of 2016. So we've been here for a few years, but when we moved from our old house to this one, we purged a lot of stuff, had a big sale, gave away a whole bunch of things, and I thought I did a great job until last night, yesterday afternoon, when we were tackling the garage here now this time, and oh my gosh, I think that things multiplied in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so today I am happy to be paper crafting with you and not worrying about garage storage. So I'm happy to have you folks here. Thank you all so very much for coming along and hanging out with me this evening. I have a fun, sweet, fabulous, beautiful little project to share with you today. And it comes along with the added bonus of being able to share some brand new products with you. Now, this is also the last Monday of the month, so this is the Stampers Showcase blog hop as well, which I am super excited for because I always love the Stampers Showcase blog hop. The projects are always amazing. The designers do a terrific job, and there are, gosh, like 20 of us this time. It's a big hop this month. So I'll leave a link down in the description when this posts to YouTube. So for those of you who are on my Facebook, I posted the blog link this morning, so you can find it there, or you can find it in the description of this video on YouTube later this evening. Either way is entirely up to you. All right, here we go, folks. This project is super sweet, absolutely adorable. Ooh, hello, there we go. Absolutely adorable. I've cheated just a little bit because the envelope and the card base are beautiful on their own, but they have been pre-done for us. Stampin' Up! Has put in the new catalog the hand-pinned Memories and More cards and envelopes. There are 20 each of the cards and envelopes in the kit, and they're already pre-printed, as you can see. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I just love it. And let's see here. There we go. Alright, so I have used the card base. Now, one thing that I need my American folks to know and understand is that this is not a standard A2 card base. It's a bit bigger than that. It's actually, oh, that one's not big enough. 6 1/4-ish by, yeah, 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So, it's not a standard A2 card. It's a little bit bigger than that. So just know that up front. And then I've also used pretty much the hand-pinned collection here. So I've used the hand-pinned Designer Series paper. I've used this one right here, and I just cut a strip of it and then tore the end of it to make this really pretty little edge. And how do you feel about the stitched scallop? Isn't that gorgeous? That comes from the hand-pinned petals stamp and die bundle. So the dies are called Pinned Flowers dies, and right there, that little scalloped border strip is what caused that. So cute. I absolutely love it. The stamps are photopolymer, as you can see, and this is a cool thing that Stampin' Up! Is starting to do. They're going to start printing the stamped images on the inside of the sleeve And this way, if you ever happen to leave a stamp out somewhere and you're not sure where it goes, you're going to be able to see right away if you have a stamp missing or not. So you'll still get the stamps with a plastic sheet on both sides, but you could take this sheet off and just attach it directly to your stamp case, and then just have the little plastic sleeve on the outside. So that's a fun feature that's going to be coming up in all of the new catalog stamps, so that's fun to look forward to. And then of course you guys already know how I do my magnet sheets from Walmart to make a spot for my dies to go so that they stay together, so that's fabulous. Hey, I see folks are coming in. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. Hi, Miss Sharon. How are you? I see some other folks in there. Hi there. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I'm using the hand pen petals stamp set and the dies. Of course, I'm using this stamped image right here, and it's a really easy peasy two-step Stampin' thing here. It's great, and then the die, of course, cuts it out beautifully. And then I love the sentiments. You know, it really and truly is hand pinned. It looks like it's just hand sketched like my Nana did it, you know, with that beautiful penmanship. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, and then I'm also going to be using some of the new Pale Papaya woven ribbon, and this stuff is just to die for. It is so soft and easy to make a bow. It is beautiful. So we're going to use that. And then we're also using some of the Genial Gems, and these are mint macaron. I think they're mint macaron and pale papaya. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to use those. And then the colors we're using, I'm bringing in some of the new ink colors. So you're going to get a sneak peek at the new ink colors too, which is fabulous. Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya, and Soft Succulent. So I'm going to be using these three colors, and if you don't know about or have never heard about an ink color club, stay tuned to my Facebook page and my blog, because I'm getting everything sorted out to get my ink color club set up. And if you'd like to join, you'll get a whole bunch of really cool stuff in each of the ink colors each month. It's a 5-month club, so you get a sampling of different products each month, and you'll end up with some of everything from all 5 of the colors. So it's a great way to get all 5 of the colors, to get a whole bunch of ink color stuff, and not break the bank. So anyway, keep an eye out for that, and I will have that for you pretty soon. But it'll include a bolt of ribbon, it'll include a marker, a pack of Stampin' blends, some ink color jewels, designer series paper, the beautiful ink color shimmer vellum. Oh my goodness. And anyway, it's just going to be absolutely beautiful. So stay tuned for that. And anyway, I'll let you know. Okay, let's get to this project because it's absolutely gorgeous, and I know that you want to see how it's done. Oh, hi there, Miss Beverly, Miss Elaine, hello, hello, Amelia, thank you so much for coming, Miss Sharon. All right, fabulous. Okay, let me set this over here. So I've got one of the envelopes, and as you can see, it's got that beautiful pale papaya, and then it's got a printed design that matches the hand-pinned paper. And then the card base, set that there. Hi Jamie, how are ya? And then, isn't it beautiful? I just love it. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm gonna have to measure because I'm telling you, I was just a cutting fool today. Alright, so this is 5 1/4 by 1 inch, I believe. 1 inch, yes. And then this one is basic white, and you notice that I used that scalloped edge border. This is 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then I have a scrap piece of basic white cardstock here. It doesn't matter particularly on the size, but this one's 2 3/4 by 3. And then I have a little strip of basic white cardstock that's 1 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. And that's what we're going to need for our card. And then I've already got my stamps laid out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Pierce mat, because we're using a photopolymer stamp set, so we want to use a Pierce mat and get a good clean image. And I'm going to bring this piece of cardstock in and the Evening Evergreen ink. Now when you have a bigger stamp, sometimes, a lot of times, it's easier to put the block down with the stamp side up and tap the ink down this way. I know normally you see me set the ink pad down and I tap the block onto it. Either way is fine, but when the stamp is bigger, I like to do it this way, and that just helps me not make a mess here. Swallow it all over. Okay, it helps me make sure that I get it completely inked up and I don't miss a spot. Okay, and then I'm just gonna stamp it right down on that basic white cardstock. Give it a little firm, even press. Let it set for just a second to get that nice crisp image. Let's see, while I have that Evening Evergreen, I'm going to bring in my little strip here and the word thanks. And I'm just going to stamp it right in the middle. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the Pale Papaya. And these are the flower insides. So this is two-step stamping, as I mentioned, which means that the first step we've stamped in the Evening Evergreen, and now we're going to be stamping the coloring. So we're cheating a bit. We're going to stamp the coloring right inside there. Now this stamp set is meant to be artistic. It's not meant to line up perfectly, so don't worry about doing that, okay? Just stamp that bugger on there. But I will turn this around. You can kind of see a rough guide of approximation there, and then that's it. So don't get overwhelmed by lining it up, because it won't happen. It's just meant to kind of color in the space, okay? Now I'm going to take the Soft Succulents ink and that little leaf, and I'm going to color my leaves. Now these three work out just fine, but I really wanted to color this one too, and I didn't want to bring in a Stampin' Blends or a marker or anything. I just wanted to stamp it. Simple and easy, right? So I have pre-done a mask, and this is easy to do. I just stamped it on a Post-it note, so this side is sticky. And then I fussy cut around the bottom edge, and I'll just lay it right over the top, just like so. And then I can stamp here, and it won't go over into my green area, or I mean into my Pale Papaya area. Okay, so let's do this. Now again, this is you know, not totally filling in our space here. We're just giving the semblance of color. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. I'm going to stamp there, turn it again, and stamp there. So that's my cheat version of filling it in without actually filling it in. And now when I take the mask off, you see that it shows behind the flower. Looks like the leaf is sitting behind the flower petals, doesn't it? Alright, now of course we're going to need to die cut this, and the wonderful thing about Stampin' Up's stamp and die bundles is that normally they have a die that fits perfectly. So we'll run this through the machine, and of course, through the magic of television, whoa, we have one already done. Okay, so let me set this off to the side. Bring in the card base and our layers. Now the first thing that I want to do with this is I want to tear just up the edge. Now you don't have to be particular in any way, shape, or form. Just give it a tear, okay? Alright, now I'm going to take the scalloped piece and that beautiful woven ribbon, and I'm going to tie this piece around. Get up here where you can see me. There we go. I'm just going to tie it into a little knot, okay? So I'm not worried about tying a pretty bow, and I don't care too much about where it's lined up just yet. I'm pulling it just a little bit snug, so that way when I make my knot and lay it out, it'll be fitted instead of loose. So you don't want to pull it too much, but it's okay to make your paper bow up just a little bit right about here. As you can see, it's a little bit bowed up, but it's not going to be once I straighten this all up and pull my knot. You see that it straightened up just fine. Okay, so that's a little trick for you if you have trouble getting your knots and bows snug to your paper. Just cinch up your paper a tiny little bit, and then when you lay it down, it'll be fabulous, okay? Alright, now let me use some liquid glue because that knot's on there. So I'm just going to use a bit of liquid glue. I'm going to stay away from that scalloped edge because I don't need it to be glued down. There we go, and I am going to put a little glue across my ribbon to help it stay stationary. Okay, now I'm going to care about where that ribbon is laid, okay? So I want to just make sure that it's even-ish and that it's slightly above the scallop and the stitching. Oops, let's bring that end up just a tiny bit. Okay, and then I'm going to line it up with this right edge of my card base. So just like that. And then down we go. Okay, very good. The hard part's over. Alright, now I'm going to trim up my edges because this ribbon frays pretty easily, which means that it's going to be a lot of fun to do other fun little deliberate fraying, I think. I haven't gotten to play with it much, but I see some fringe coming up in my future. Okay, now we're going to take this piece of DSP. Let me put my cap on here before I dry up my glue. And I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal on it. I'm just going to tuck it under the edge of the ribbon. Okay. So I don't need it to be too far in there. I just want it to tuck slightly. Just enough that you don't see it right here where the knot is. That's my main factor. And then I'm going to make sure it's lined up straight with the edge. And then tack it down. There we go. Just like that. Alright, now the thanks, it needs to go up on dimensionals, I think. So let's grab some dimensionals. Hi there! Alright, here we go. I'm so glad that you guys are hanging out with me this evening. To be honest with you, I kept bouncing back and forth. Is today Monday or is it Tuesday? This totally feels like a Tuesday to me. And so I was thinking I've got to go live in my paper pumpkin group for the paper pumpkin unboxing, and then I kept thinking, no, wait a minute, it's only Monday, for Pete's sake. Slow down, lady. Alright, there we go. Now let's add some dimension to our flowers. I don't know if you guys ever do that, where your days just get all kinds of wonky, and man, I just have no idea what day of the week it is. Alright, there we go. And I'm just using up some of these little scraps that I've got. So, put these on here. There we are. Alright, one more, I think. Come here, friend. There we go. Okay, press those down good. Alright. I know you guys are all super excited about the new catalog coming out in a few days. I can hardly stand myself. I've been trying to be good and playing with stuff that's in the spring mini catalog for a little while longer, but oh man, this new stuff is just so pretty. Alright, we're just going to layer this piece right here, and it's just inside of the ribbon here. I want it to stick mostly up above the pattern paper, so that way it has this really nice contrast against the background. Alright, and then because this is going to pop up, I stuck a little glue dot right underneath where the stem of the flower is, so that way you won't see it. Let me grab a glue dot here, and we're just gonna put it right down there. There we go. That just holds it a little bit better right there. Okay, now we need to get our bling. There we go. Okay, and I want to take one of these and put it right there in the middle of the flower. I want to put another one over here by my bow, or by my knot. And then I'll put another one up here. I think that's good. Alright. Fabulous. Okay, now you know what I always say. No naked insides and no naked envelopes. So let's go ahead and work on the inside of our card and our envelope at the same time, because a lot of times I like to carry the inside to the envelope or the envelope to the inside, and it just makes them look a little more cohesive. So you can see on the inside of this one, I've stamped my same floral sprig that I used on the front, and I just offset it a bit, and you'd be amazed at how much of a difference it makes to stamp like this as opposed to stamping the whole thing on your card. It gives it more of a softer and more finished feel as opposed to a stark and stiff look. So let's go ahead and bring our piercing mat back in my little scrap paper here. I'll put the card there, grab my evening evergreen ink again, and we're just gonna do the same thing that we did on the piece for the front. So I'll go ahead and ink this up, and this time I'm going to line it up on the edge of the stem here. So bring it down to the bottom, just like that. And then I'll do the same thing on the envelope. Now I'm not going to worry about putting anything on the flap because that's really pretty all by itself, isn't it? Okay, so let me just go ahead and ink that up again. And then right here on the edge, just like so. There we go. And then I'm going to bring in the pale papaya again. And I know that you might think, why would you bother coloring it? But look, it really does make a bit of difference. It helps it stand out a little bit, and I really like the way that it looks. So let's go ahead and grab pale papaya. We're just going to stick that down there and do the same thing here. Scoot out of the way, friend. There we go. And then we'll grab this one, stamp it there, and there. And then let's grab the soft succulent and the leaf for that one little leaf and this little scrap here. Now that really makes a difference too, and I'll show you. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys get excited about this like I do, but oh my goodness. Let me just show you. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. And to show you the difference that it makes of having that little bit of green right there, can you see this one's got just that little bit of green that fills in that little strip of a leaf that's showing. It makes all the difference to have that little sprig of green up there. Alright, so we're going to take our leaf and we're just going to line up the outer edge of the stamp with the outer edge of the image there, just like that. See, isn't that nice? Alright, now let's do it on this side. One and two. All right, there we go. Okay, there we have it, my friends. A beautiful thanks card hand-pinned collection from the upcoming 2021 annual catalog. Isn't it just beautiful? These are going to be terrific thank you cards for my customers. I just love it. So friends, stay tuned for all sorts of absolutely fabulous new products that are coming up. I can't wait to share all sorts of fun things with you, and I know that you're just going to love them because it's absolutely beautiful. So be on the lookout for classes that are coming up. I have my events tab set up on my Stampin' Chic Dana Sullivan Facebook page. And currently I have a Stampin' Bingo set up for my local gals. Yay! I'm so excited to finally do an in-person bingo event again. I can't wait. It's June 19th. And for you folks that are not local to me, don't fret. I'm going to do a Stampin' Bingo virtual style for you folks as well. And so you'll be able to find the information for that on my events tab also. And it will probably be Friday evening, June 18th. So I'll do your virtual event on June 18th. And then I will do the in-person event on the 19th. So if you'd like to participate in Stampin' Bingo, it's a lot of fun. And we're going to be using the Snail Dip bundle. So if you already have that, you're one step ahead. And if you don't have it, you want it because it's just the cutest thing ever. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, so I've got a Stampin' Escape coming up with Miss Wendy Lee. We do our Stampin' Escape every few months with the new catalog release. And this one is going to be absolutely gorgeous. The suite that we're using is amazing. I can't show it to you yet because I don't have it yet. It's not in our pre-order. So I will be getting it on the 5th or 6th. So you know I'm putting in that express order so that I can share it with you guys. So be on the lookout for that too, okay? So if you are seeing this on Facebook Live right now with the red live button right there, I have the link for today's blog post put on my Facebook page. Head over there and follow the blog hop today for all sorts of sneak peeks, because this month's Stampers Showcase blog hop theme is all about new pre-order products. And if you're not watching this live up there and you're watching this on YouTube, then I'll put a link down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful project. And until next time, my friends, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye for now.